Getting people to care is the mission of one woman in San Francisco who is taking the issue of our changing climate outside the bounds of politics and policy and into the realm of the spirit.
Life is being threatened by our warming climate. It's the most serious moral issue of our time. I'm the Reverend Sally Bingham, and I serve as the environmental minister at Grace Cathedral in San Francisco. We each have a responsibility to be a good steward of creation. How we respond to this problem of global warming identifies what it means to be human today. What kind of humans are we? Care for creation is as important to religion as love, peace, and justice. We won't have love, peace, and justice on the earth unless everybody has access to clean air and clean water. And those things are all being destroyed with global warming. Now, this is something that humans have created or contributed to in a very big way through the burning of fossil fuels. So it's we humans who can fix the problem. If you're going to have a behavior change, folks have to understand it at a very deep level. Just telling someone to do it doesn't really happen. It has to happen within your spiritual self. And those kinds of transitions happen in the faith community. They happen with people at a very deep level, which is their spirituality, their connection to the divine influence in their lives. It's just an enormous problem when you think of the globe and you think that nobody is going to escape the devastating effects of climate change. I think that global warming is the most serious issue facing our generation. We have a campaign that we're focused on called Interfaith Power and Light. It's a ministry that's dedicated to deepening the connection between ecology and faith so that folks who profess a love for God understand that they have a responsibility for care of God's creation. We have Buddhists, we have the Jains, we have Catholics, synagogues, Muslim. Every denomination that is interested in doing this, we welcome with open hearts and open arms. Right now we're in 22 states, and we have a program in Washington, D.C. And we ask congregations to join the program, do an energy audit of their building, buy Energy Star appliances, if they possibly can, get their electricity from wind, sun, biomass, geothermal. The Zen Center is a Buddhist community in San Francisco that joined California Interfaith Power and Light several years ago, and they've now put a solar array on their roof. They get some 50% of their electricity now from the sun, which means they're not paying for it. Heard about some of these solar arrays that have 50-year guarantees. The trickle-down effect of this is that we hope people will go home and do the very same thing in their homes because they hear from their spiritual leader that this is the proper and moral thing to do. I think we're getting to what people term the tipping point. The scientists, the environmentalists have been saying this about global warming for 25 or 30 years. Well, it's taken us that long to start to see the results and to understand it. And I think we are there now. I travel all over the country, and there was a time when people's eyes glazed over when I talked about global warming. You know, it was only 5 years ago that that would happen. Today, when I'm out speaking, it's such a welcome message because people will approach me and say, I've seen the difference myself in my lifetime. It's beginning to have an effect that people can actually feel and touch and understand. And enough people are getting it that we're at a point where I believe, and I'm very hopeful, that huge strides will be made in the next couple of years to curtail this problem. Each one of us has a personal responsibility. How we treat each other defines what kind of human beings we are. It's about the dignity of every human being.